Yeah, you have done it. Okay. Is it okay now?
Absolutely fine, sir.
Yeah, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the today's webinar. First of all, I would like to thanks to the Kulkarni sir and other participant and the organizer who has organized this webinar. Today's topic, the how India can grow the quality banana through the nutritious management and all, right? I'll just the quick introduction about myself and the Ishwet group. My name is Sanjay Vayal. My first name is Sanjay and my family name is Vayal. Basically, I'm an IT professional. I'm not agriculture graduate or biotechnologist, but in 2014, I have decided let's come back to India and start something. So there we have started company called the Ishwet Biotech Private Limited in 2014. So objective was that initially I wanted to create the rural employment and work in a sustainable agriculture as well as the women empowerment. So that was the purpose to start the Ishwet Biotech with the 5 employee in 2014, and now we are the 500 plus. So now Ishwet is a group. We are not working only the plant tissue culture, but apart from that, we work in hybrid seeds. We work in biofertilizers and biopesticides. We have started our own division in the fruit processing and vegetable processing, especially in the frozen fruits and vegetable and pulp. Apart from that, this year we have started our one more division, that is a division called as a farm fresh. So basically, we are buying the farm fresh produce from the farmer and we are exporting to the across the globe. So this is the kind of the group Ishwet we have started. But initially we have started with the tissue culture tissue culture sapling. So as I said, Ishwet Biotech is the one of the biggest facility in India. We have the production capacity of the 50 million plant per annum. So basically, there we are producing in the horticulture plant, ornamental plant, medicinal plant, and some forest and timber tree. Our major production of the tissue culture is banana saplings. So every year we produce approximately 60 lakhs to 1 crore banana saplings. And we have the collaboration with company called the Ginosar Israel. So basically we got the culture from the Ginosar and we are micro propagating here. We are multiplying and we are, supplying to the farmers. So apart from that, as I said, in the horticulture, basically we have started working in the tissue culture like a guava, custard apple, then orange, sweet lime, tamarind, jamun, and most important thing, last 2 years we are working in a bamboo. So we got the very big project from the government of Indian government of state government of Maharashtra. There we are supplying the tissue culture bamboo saplings to the farmer under scheme called as a Atal Bamboo Samriddhi Yojana. As I said, like in a horticulture, basically banana is the major crop, and my lab is nearby to. You can say the big banana belt that is called as a Raver Jalgaon district and all right, because we are in a Buldana district. So definitely, as I mentioned there, day by day, the Indian banana really growing well. There are the many farmers they are attempting to grow the banana because it's kind of the cash crop nowadays. But there are the lot of challenges is there in front of the banana farmers, basically for the producing the quality bananas, right? I mean to say the export quality banana. So that's what I said initially. This is today's topic is a really good and it's really needed for the farmer where they can get the such kind of the guidance from experience the scientists how they can do the nutritious management for the quality banana production. So I think this is a little bit about myself and
Thank
the
you.
Ishwet group. Thank you.
We'll go to speaker.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, sorry.
Yes, sir, please.
Can we invite Dr. Jay Bhaskaran?
Yeah, that's what I said. I was supposed to invite. So today, warm welcome to. I would like to invite Mr. Jay Bhaskar. Right. I just gone through his profile and I came to know that he is a very experienced scientist in this field. So, sir, today it will be the really, the great day for the listener like us, and it will really going to help to the banana growers. So, welcome and please start your session. Thank you, sir.
Shruti, can you coordinate?
Yes,
He
sir.
is there. He is already there.
He's
Just a minute.
already there,
Just a minute.
yes.
I have one important call.
Dr. Jay Bhaskaran. Sir, can you hear us?
Yeah, he can. He just said he's coming online.
He
I
would
think
or webinar la irukka madam.
Yes.
he is on a call. Yeah.
Okay. Yes, sir. So I think his he will have a presentation initially for 45 minutes, around 45 minutes. So for all the attendees, if you have any questions, please put your questions in Q&A. Sir, you are here. Namaskar.
Namaskar.
Sir, can you hear us?
Shall I start?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Please. Looking forward.
Okay. I will share my screen here.
Sir, just
You have such a beautiful background, so
Absolutely.
we would like to keep seeing you there.
yes. Perfect. Sir, you have to excuse me, sir.
Okay.
So sorry, but
Okay. Are you audible? It is audible?
yes, sir, now it's better.
So I have joined in a National Research Center for Banana in 1996. I have at least some 25 years of research experience in banana. So that too.
So I'm sorry to again interrupt, but if you could keep microphone little closer as earlier.
Okay.
Yes.
Now it is audible.
Yes, now it's better.
Okay. So I am basically a soil scientist here. Now I am working as a principal scientist. And now today's topic is integrated nutrient management in banana cultivation. That is केले की खेती में एकीकृत पोषक तत्व प्रबंधन. So what is that? Always we are using this all sorts of chemical fertilizers. We are not using the organic manures. So that has to be integrated. Even biofertilizers also has to be integrated. Then only we have to maintain the soil fertility there. Otherwise, we cannot sustain the banana production in long run actually. So here. So this is the slide which shows uh, the quality parameters. That is the land. How should it should be? What is the climatic parameters should be for optimum conducive for banana cultivation? So there are 5 columns. We have categorized into 5 categories like best, good, moderate, bad, worst, like that. In the climatic condition, the annual rainfall should be more than 1000 mm, or it should range between in a moderate case 800 to 900 mm at least. Otherwise, we cannot maintain the banana cultivation there. Like that, annual mean temperature also in that range, you can see that 33 to 35 degrees centigrade should be there. The relative humidity is 55 to 60. In the middle column, you can see there is in the moderate range. Then that land, it should be of 3 to 5% slope. It should be flat at least. Otherwise, maximum we can, it is permissible up to 5% slope. Then erosion classification moderate. Then surface stoniness 15 to 30% should be there. Soil type it should be of it should not be heavy clay or it not be loose sandy soil. It should be of loamy type. That is 50% clay, 50% silty type. That soil pH is the major factor that is playing very important role in banana cultivation. The soil pH should be at least 5.5 to up to 8.5 is adjustable. Then the organic carbon content, everything it is adjusted, and then the exchangeable sodium percentage, it should not be more than 15%. So like that, some parameters at least we have to see before starting the banana cultivation. So, so what is soil actually? So soil is the abbreviated term of that is the soul of infinite life. Whatever the living organism it is generated, it starts from soil and finally it ends in the soil. So Ananta Jivan ki Atma. So that is soil, SOIL. So we have to keep the soil alive by putting some organic manures or biofertilizers. All we are dumping organic, that is chemical fertilizers, that is destroying the total environment of the soil. So you may be knowing the different types of soil, that is alluvial soil, laterite soil, clay type soil, black soil, red soil, calcareous soil, sandy soil. All sorts of soil are existing in Indian condition in banana growing regions. But there are we have to select a preferable type. That is particularly in your place, you may be having that black soil, that is black cotton soil. It is prominent in your region, Maharashtra region, in Solapur region, like that it is there. But in that black soil, some major problem is there. The texture also we have to see. You see, just a- so in the texture, it is in the textural diagram. You see that that the clay fraction should be at least 20 to 60%,
So
and
please
silt
keep
fraction.
microphone little more closer if you
Uh,
can.
silt should be 40 to 80%, and that sand at least it should be some 0 to 50%. That red zone it is indicated. Within this zone only the soil texture is suitable for banana cultivation. It may be highly scientific nature, but we should understand that it should contain the soil should contain at least 20 to 60% of clay or 40 to 80% clay, silt, and 0 to 50% sand. So that type of soil only it's suitable for banana cultivation, because all of a sudden banana cultivation area is extending like anything. But people are not knowing whether the soil is suitable for banana cultivation, the texture is suitable for banana cultivation. That is the main problem here. So that we have to see. The next one is this type of calcareous soil. In particular, this black cotton soil, what happens when in a dry period, deep cracks like this will be formed because of the wetting drying pattern. What happens is due to drying nature of the clay particle of that black soil, the deep cracks will be developed like this, up to even 2 meters also. While irrigating or some disturbance, what happens? The soil particle in the above soil surface will be dropping inside, and it is falling inside. And after sometimes when water is allowed, it is like expanding type of clay. So what happens? The lower soil particle move up, and upper soil particles go down. That is inverting. That's why it is called inverted soil. In black cotton soil, this type of problem is there. It is self-churning soil. While wetting and drying in a cycle, what happens? That is, the lower soil will come up, and the upper layer soil will go down. So in that case, what happens? That the banana, if you assume that some banana plant is standing here with a comb like that, so it will be disturbed. So it will not be remaining stable there itself. Because of this self-churning, what happens? At the moment of the comb and everything, the root will be cut, and what are the nutrients you are giving, it will not be delivered properly to the plant system. So to avoid this, what we have to do, we have to follow drip irrigation here. We should not follow this normal furrow irrigation or frequent weekly once irrigation, flood irrigation we cannot give. We should adopt drip irrigation. That continuous wetting should be there to avoid this type of self-churning disturbances. In case of black soil or vertical, that is vertisol type, we have to adopt a drip irrigation compulsorily for banana cultivation. First, we have to see. Then how to choose the verify the soil whether the soil is suitable for banana cultivation or not. It is a simple test. In the house itself, home itself, we can do this type of test here. Just you take a glass bottle and fill it with water, and drop some 100 gram of soil or 50 grams of soil into it. Just stir it. After half an hour, all the soil particles should be settled down. The clear supernatant liquid should be there. So if this type of nature is there, this soil is suitable for banana cultivation. That is good for banana cultivation. Even after half an hour, the settlement is not there, only suspension is there, it's prominent there. In that case, this soil is not suitable for banana cultivation. This is simple test a farmer can do in his house itself before starting banana cultivation, because banana cultivation incurs a heavy investment, and if anything goes wrong, loss will be more. So before starting anything, we should do some soil test properly. At least to our level, we can do like this. So like this, a saline soil. If you unknowingly you have chosen the saline or sodic soil, you will get this type of scorching in the leaves, like marginal scorching, and it starts from naturally from lowermost leaf to upper leaf. So finally, the yield will be reduced to 30%. So whatever the amendments, whatever we can give here, but we cannot avoid that yield loss here. So we have to choose the soil properly. So before that, let us see how much nutrient is required to produce 1 hectare banana. That is for optimum quantity of nutrients. You will be knowing that there are 16 kinds of essential nutrients required for any crop. But in case of banana, you see, there are two type of classification: macronutrient and micronutrient. These are all the macronutrients, like nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium, calcium, sulfur. It is like that. Magnesium, sulfur is there. For in case of nitrogen, at least 400 grams of, that is kg of nitrogen is required per hectare. Per hectare means at least 30,000 plants can be accommodated in case of banana. For 30,000 plants, it requires at least
Sir, excuse me. Doctor, sir, excuse me. Your microphone has stopped working, or I think you are muted. Hello? Sir,
Yes.
wait.
Due to a microphone is fine. Yeah.
Fine.
Hello.
Mute
It is
away.
audible now?
It's audible now, sir. Rather, it's better.
Okay, okay.
Great.
In that case, these are all the macronutrients. Within the macronutrients, we can classify into two. That is primary macronutrient. These are all the secondary macronutrients. That is 400 kg of nitrogen, 52 kg of phosphorus, 1500 kg of potassium. It is a very higher level when compared to other crops. This much of potassium is required. Otherwise, we cannot get the proper yield. Like that calcium also some 250 125 kg of magnesium, 75 kg of sulfur approximately we have to add to the soil to get optimum yield. So what about the micronutrients? So micronutrients, why it is called micronutrients? The plant requires these nutrients in meager quantity, very less quantity only. So these are all the micronutrients. That is for manganese 12 kg it is required, iron 6 kg it is required, there is 5 kg of zinc and 1.5 kg of boron and 0.5 kg of copper approximately. So this much of micronutrients has to be added. So without this we cannot get, because not only the quantity, the ratio, proportion, everything we have to maintain. Otherwise we cannot get the yield, proper yield in banana. So let us see one by one what is the deficiency symptoms in banana. So how it looks like. In case of nitrogen deficiency, you see leaves are not in dark green. It is pale yellow color, pale green color. So at the same time, this stem, you see there is pink coloration is there. It is not red banana. Actually, it is G9 only, but the coloration you see, that pink coloration. This is due to nitrogen deficiency. Then orientation of the leaf, it is like a traveler's palm appearance. It is there, it is not in a twisted nature, it is in a single plane. It is there, malformed orientation of the leaves. This is also due to nitrogen deficiency. Most of the farmers, they are not understanding this is due to nitrogen deficiency, but it is like a character of that particular plant, like that they are thinking. You see this how it is difference, there is a difference in nitrogen applied and without nitrogen. So without nitrogen, you see that pale color, pale greenness, the stunted growth. Then even in the stems also you can see the pink coloration. Here you see that 100% nitrogen applied plant, it is a full robust growth is there. That pale pink coloration is not there. So side by side you can see this type of a difference. Exactly, that nitrogen is a very essential nutrient for banana cultivation. That should be judiciously we have to use. This is also another view of a nitrogen deficiency. You see the pink coloration, that orientation, it is some malformation is there. Then next one is the potassium deficiency. How it looks like. The potassium deficiency normally starts from the lowermost leaf. That lowermost leaf turns slowly like orange yellow coloration there. It is like narangi pila patta. So that the tip of the leaf, you see that it's like a beak of the parrot. So, the tip is facing towards the base of the plant. So this is the normal symptom what we are telling to farmers. It is easily can be identifiable. And you see this field photograph. You see that is lowermost leaf only starts. That orange yellow coloration is there, and that beak-like appearance, that parrot beak-like appearance is there. So what happens if you grow with all sorts of potassium deficiency, the bunch what we are getting it giving uneven ripening. So one hand only it is ripened, other things are remaining green in color. So such type of bunches going for the sale in the market, that fetches very less price because of the uneven ripening. So that potassium management is very essential for getting quality banana also. So potassium plays major role in banana in quality maintenance. Even for export purpose also, we have to judiciously follow the recommendations here. So next comes this calcium deficiency. So normally this calcium deficiency symptoms starts in the topmost leaf. So in the topmost leaf, you see, it is like a sawtooth appearance will be there. This is the midrib, and the leaf lamina is malformed. The margin is looking like a sawtooth appearance. So you can see the photograph also. You see the leaf lamina is not properly developed here. Only midrib is there. It is a stunted growth. It is what happens. It looks like a bunchy top disease. Some farmers they are thinking that it is due to viral disease or something. Bunchy top disease is there, but it is not a bunchy top. It resembles bunchy top disease, but it is due to calcium deficiency. So most of the farmers they are confusing this calcium, this micronutrient or nutrient deficiencies with viral diseases. They are simply going to that fertilizer shop. They are getting some medicine or pesticides or something they are using, and they are not getting proper result. But they have to analyze this, and they have to identify the exact problem and follow the get the solution for that. So next one is the manganese deficiency. Sometimes these calcium and magnesium deficiency are induced by the presence of excess application of potassium also. Most of the farmers, what they are thinking, when we apply more potassium, we'll get good quality and yield also, like that they are thinking. But if there is a imbalanced that ratio happens, definitely this type of symptoms will be induced. Sometimes it may be due to excess potassium application also. It leads to magnesium deficiency, because potassium it's having that antagonistic effect over the magnesium and calcium. So you can see this type of deficiency symptoms. It is in the middle range of leaf only it is occurring. In the midrib region, it's a dark coloration, dark green coloration is there, and in the peripheral region also will the dark coloration will be there. In the center region will be the pale yellow coloration will be there. So this is due to magnesium deficiency. You can see the field view. So you can see this midrib region is a dark coloration, dark green, and the peripheral region also green in color. But in between region, you see that is pale yellow coloration. There is it is due to magnesium deficiency. So magnesium is very important for synthesis of chlorophyll. If there is the magnesium deficiency is there, definitely chlorophyll, that is that the green coloration, green pigmentation in the leaves will be reduced. So in that case, that photosynthesis is also getting reduced, and the yield will be approximately that 30 to 35% yield reduction will be there. So even the magnesium deficiency induces the blue banana symptom, particularly variety Naine, that is called Naine variety, which is used for chips in Kerala. This type of symptom is prominent where the magnesium deficiency is there. So that's why we are recommending farmers that we should do some soil test before banana cultivation. That potassium, calcium, magnesium ratio should be 1 is to 10 is to 5. If that means one part of potassium is there, at least 10 parts of calcium and 5 parts of magnesium should be there. So this is the ratio required for banana cultivation in banana, that in the soil. So that's why we are emphasizing to do the soil test before banana cultivation to maintain this type of ratio. Then next one is sulfur deficiency. Sulfur deficiency is also is the topmost leaf. It is appearing, and this is the leaf roll. It is just to open the leaf roll, and this is the inner margin. So inner margin only shows this yellow patch, that is yellow margin, and if you move gradually from this, just I am moving the mouse. If you move gradually, the coloration will be changing to green. So this portion is it is like a fading type of coloration is there, and this is due to sulfur deficiency. Most of the farmers they are thinking that it is not it is due to some character of the plant. It is not due to deficiency symptom, but it is actually the sulfur deficiency. Because of this, yield will be reduced from 20 to 25%. The two in the topmost leaf, wherever the topmost leaf is getting affected due to deficiencies of nutrients, the topmost leaf is very essential for photosynthesis. That is photosynthetically active leaf. So once it is getting affected, means yield will be reduced drastically. So that's what wherever the deficiency symptoms appearing in the topmost leaf, it is very we have to give more importance to rectify that. Otherwise, the yield will be reduced. You can see this is the micronutrient deficiency symptoms. This is iron deficiency. Pale yellow color is in the topmost leaf. Once again, this is topmost leaf only. So you can see the field view. You can see this one. The lowermost leaf is green in color, but topmost leaf is a yellow color. Lack of chlorophyll only. So once again, it is reducing the photosynthesis efficiency and reduce the yield. So people are thinking that it is just a micronutrient deficiency only, but it causes a very bad effect in banana yield and quality also. So when you can see this, that this chlorosis is due to iron deficiency. It is topmost leaf only. The next one is the copper deficiency. So copper deficiency, what is that? Leaf stiffness will be reduced. The turgidity of the leaf will be reduced if copper is deficient. You see this before opening the leaf roll, it is just like a hooking type of problem is there. Once it is curved means it will not open properly. So what happens? The next leaf will come out with the tearing of all the leaves. So another thing, all the leaves will be drooping. It gives like some umbrella like appearance. If you view from a longer distance, that plant will give some umbrella like appearance. That is Chatri Jaisa group. Just given in Hindi. This is the hooking effect. So what happens after sometimes the sunlight will be falling in that region, actually that outermost curvature, and it will be getting destroyed, and after tearing only the leaf will open. So once the topmost leaf is damaged, means definitely yield will be reduced. So here you see this plant, this problem is there. So how to rectify? Side by side I will tell next one. So this is zinc deficiency. Zinc deficiency, it starts in the topmost leaf only, at the back side of the leaf, not in the front side of the leaf, back side of the leaf. You can see this purple coloration. This is due to formation of anthocyanin pigment. So this also reduce the yield of some 20 to 30% yield reduction will be there. You see this in the severe condition, the zinc deficiency, what happens? There is intravenal chlorosis. That veins are green in color, but between the venal region, it's yellow coloration is there. It is called intravenal chlorosis. So this is the severe condition. It is just looking like a comb-like structure. It is. So another thing is the boron deficiency. When boron deficiency is existing in banana plant, that leaf will be becoming very brittle. The flexibility of the leaf will be lost, and even if you crush the particular leaf, it will give some paper crushing sound. If you just like crushing the paper, how we are getting the sound, that sound will be there. That much of brittleness will be found. So because of that, what happened, particularly in the variety Nendran, which is used for Nendran chips in Kerala, so that crispiness and taste and everything will be deteriorated if you are getting bunch or produce that making chips out of it. So this type of a problem will create a definitely yield loss and quality loss also. So to avoid this, what we have done in our banana research center, we have developed a mixer called Banana Shakti, that is a micronutrient mixer, because most of the farmers, they are approaching to any fertilizer shop, they are getting only ferrous sulfate, or sometimes only copper sulfate, only zinc sulfate. One or the other, they'll be losing another thing. But all the micronutrients should be given in a combination and proper proportion, then only we'll get the good result. That's why we have developed with a series of long, some 10 to 15 years, we have conducted research. Based on the outcome of the research, we have developed this product called Banana Shakti. So this we have to give it as a foliar spray at critical growth stages. These are all the composition of the that micronutrient mixer Banana Shakti. This iron, it contains 4.75%, zinc 5.25, boron 2.5, manganese 4.5, copper 2.4%. So how we have to use? After planting, fourth, fifth, sixth month after planting, it has to be given as a 2% foliar spray. It has to be given on the foliar spray only, on the leaves only. But actually, because these micronutrients, they should not be applied to the soil, because in your place, particularly in Solapur, this Maharashtra region, where the black cotton soil is there, definitely the soil pH will be more than 8.5. Wherever the soil pH is more than 8.5, definitely these micronutrients should not be given as a soil application. Always it is recommendable to give it as foliar spray. Then only 100% use efficiency will be there. That's why we are recommending as a foliar spray only for micronutrient, particularly for this product. So another thing, in banana after bunch harvest, what happens? So 70 to 80% of the residues will be remaining there itself, or otherwise we are removing it from the field, out of the field, and they are dumping somewhere, and the nutrient existing in that residues is lost. So for to avoid that, what we are recommending, it is better to recycle that what all the dry matter produced after the bunch harvest, that has to be reincorporated in the soil itself. That is recycling of the nutrients. That is the thing I want to emphasize here. So let us see how much quantity of the dry matter is produced. That fraction studies in the nutrient dynamic studies also we have conducted. So let us see this. This is the total dry matter, and this is only the economic part. Up to this, they are harvesting and they are taking to the market. This portion only they are removed, and remaining all this dry matter will be remaining in the field itself. So this is the fraction of dry matter existing in the percentage or in the grams I have given, and total some 30.8 tons per hectare it is remaining there itself. In that particular waste, organic waste or the organic residues, how much nutrients are there or existing? Let us see. In case of nitrogen, if you take after bunch harvest, while bunch harvesting, because of this much of that is 444 kg of nitrogen is taken up by the plant, total in 1 hectare. Total of nitrogen, this much it is taken. But through bunch harvest, only 112 kg of nitrogen is removed through the bunch harvest, this much. But rest of the thing is remaining in the leaf, stem, corm, roots, and everything. So that has to be properly utilized. So what we have to do, all these things should be reincorporated in the soil there itself for the next season, so that we can avoid the application of urea or nitrogenous fertilizer in the next season proportionately. That is our main idea. So then only we can maintain the that liveliness of the soil, livelihood of the soil is maintained there. So that so that's why we are doing this. In case of phosphorus, you see, this is the total uptake. There is 69 kg of phosphorus is taken up by 1 hectare, and out of that 24 is removed through bunch harvest. That is all the three. That is along the peduncle, bunch, male bud, everything it is removed, and the remaining 45% is existing in the dry matter itself. So once again, they can be replowed there itself. We can use it as a for the next crop season. So in case of potassium also, you see how it is worked out. Some 932 kg of potassium is taken up by the plant in 1 hectare, and removal is 485, residual is 447. So here main botheration is, here the removal is more than the residual. But in other nutrients, you see, that is the removal is lesser than the residual. In nitrogen also, removal is lesser than the residual. But in case of potassium, it is in reverse. So that is the botheration, because most of the potassium is mined from the soil. Because most of the scientists, what they are telling, whenever you are doing banana cultivation continuously in a particular place, all the potassium existing naturally in the soil will be mined. That is potassium mining. That is main botheration. So by doing some recycling like this, so that we can reduce the potassium mining. So you see this graphical representation, you see. So all the recyclable nutrient available in the residues will be more than compared to this removable, that is a removed one. But in case of potassium, that is removed one is higher and the recyclable nutrients are less. So that's why we have to think about the recycling of the uh, residues, whatever getting in the field, it should be recycled there itself. In a micronutrient, all the cases, it is a recyclable nutrients will be more and removed nutrients will be less. But in case of potassium, it is entirely different, because we have to bother about more, because most of the potassium fertilizers we are not manufacturing in India. It is always getting imported from other countries, because we don't have any source of potassium for manufacturing potassium fertilizers. So every year we are losing some foreign exchange for this purpose, for importing potash fertilizers. But by doing this type of recycling, we can reduce this our import of potassic fertilizers from other countries. So you see what happens in case of this is the I don't want to give more scientific terms here. This is the clay particle. It is the clay particle existing in our black soil. It is like this. It is aluminosilicate layers, it is called. So in that, the potassium ions are existing in different sites. That is specific site, non-specific site, it is more scientific. But while doing banana cultivation, what happens, all the potassium is taken up by the plant, and some of the fraction is taken up through the bunch removal, bunch harvest, and remaining is getting there itself. But after growth of that plant, you see that the less potassium is there, but still that layers are there. But after bunch harvest, all the residues, whatever is existing, is recycled there itself. So once again, what happens? All the potassium, whatever it is taken up by the plant, will be returned back to the soil there itself. That's why that potassium mining is reduced here, or we can avoid the potassium mining here. So this is the main thing we have to inculcate in the minds of the farmers, so that the potassium, whatever the potassium existing in our own native soil, should be maintained. So this is the main thing I want to tell here to the farmers. And before that, we have to see that these organic residues we cannot directly apply to the soil. So that has to be composted, that has to be decomposed. Then only all the nutrient existing in the residues will be made available to the plants. Another major thing here is that carbon nitrogen ratio. As a fresh banana waste, whatever the stem, corm, leaves, whatever immediately bunch harvest, whatever we are getting is that the CN ratio will be more than 50 is to 1. It is a very wide ratio, even 80 is to 1 also we found it. But in case of using this earthworms, we can do some vermicomposting. We can get a final product called vermicompost. So this is nutrient rich banana residues, vermicompost. That CN ratio is getting reduced or narrowed down to 10 is to 1. So it is highly suitable. If such type of a CN ratio with this material we are applying to the soil, means definitely the soil system will be spoiled. But after composting, what happens, the ratio of the carbon nitrogen is reduced or narrowed down to 10 is to 1. So this process at least we have to follow by using some vermicompost technology or even normal composting technologies. So many are there, using some microbial activities also we can do. But vermicomposting is very rapid, and even another added advantage here is some of the enzymatic products also it is added there, which is very helpful for growth of the plant. So using this vermicompost we can induce that one. So by that way, how we are recovered this, because for one plant, for one banana plant we applied 200 grams of nitrogen. From this 117 grams of nitrogen we have removed back or recovered back, so that we can use it for the next season. Like that, we have applied some 30 grams of phosphorus, but we got back some 16 grams of nitrogen. Some 350 grams of potassium we already applied for one single plant, but we recovered some 200 grams of potassium at least. So that can be recycled there itself in the field. So we can avoid the application of excess potassium or nutrient, whatever may be, in the next season. So whenever we are going for organic cultivation or organic manure application, we have to see that nutrient releasing pattern of the organic manure should match with the nutrient uptake pattern of the plant. So that is the main thing we have to consider. So most of the farmers they are forgetting about this concept actually. So whenever they are applying the organic manure, it is okay. We have applied some organic manure, the plant will grow like that, very good in a manner like that. They are thinking, but the nutrient releasing pattern we have to see. So that nutrient releasing pattern of the any organic manure what we apply to the soil should match with that of the nutrient uptake pattern. Otherwise, that organic manure will not help, but it may improve the soil physical properties, chemical properties, water may be, but it will not support the plant system. That we have to see. So next thing, whatever the whenever the doctor is saying you have to do some blood test or something, immediately we are doing. Whenever we are starting new business or something, we are analyzing our horoscope whether it is auspicious day or not, like that we are thinking. But while starting banana cultivation or any agriculture practice, we are not, whether we are doing any soil test properly, that we have to see. That for banana cultivation, that the soil test is very important. Based on the soil test report or the initial soil values only, we have to apply the nutrients. For that, what we have applied, that soil test based nutrient management concept we have adopted. Using that concept, we have developed some fertilizer adjustment equations. So how much already in the soil some NPK values are there, to get this much of yield, how much nutrient has to be supplemented, that has to be worked out. It is that is called a soil test crop response studies. Based on this, for all the varieties like Nendran, Rastali, Neipuvan, like that we have developed, and for particularly this Grand Naine. This is the fertilizer adjustment equation, or we can say it as a fertilizer tailoring equations. Because first we are fixing the target, this much yield we want with this situation of the soil with NPK values this much, how much nutrient has to be applied. So for this, we have developed this equation, user friendly equation only. And next thing is some user friendly fertilizer calculator also we have developed. Here I will stop this my presentation, and I will do some demonstration. I will show some demonstration with this calculator I will show. So this is the fertilizer adjustment calculator, actually fertilizer calculator. So these are all the values what I have given. These are all the variables actually. here based on the soil test value, let us say some your soil test report says some 150 kg per hectare that soil value is there, and for phosphorus some 8 kg of phosphorus per hectare it is there in the soil report, and some 200 kg of potassium is there in your soil. So here this is the soil test report values, NPK values you are giving, and here you have to give your target. So for G9 variety, at least you can get some 90 tons, even 100 tons per hectare also you can get. So for say for example, I will make it as some, I want to get some 80 tons of banana in per hectare in G9. So like that, if you give, automatically it will work out how much nutrient per plant you have to give. In terms of nitrogen, this much of that is 198 grams of nitrogen per plant has to be given. Phosphorus 20 grams. For potassium, you can apply some 269 or 270 grams you have to apply. So this up to this we can work it out. Before that, after that, what we can do, some economic axle also we can work it out. Say for the cost of the urea, how much in terms of for nitrogen you have to apply as a urea only. What is the cost of per 50 kg of urea? Let us say for example some 300 rupees. It is only a random figure only I am giving. 300 rupees per 50 kg of urea. And for super phosphate as a phosphorus source, let us say some 325 rupees per 50 kilo bag. And for potash, it is always costliest one, because it is always imported from other countries. As for example, some 950 rupees per 50 kg of potash. So that much we are spending for this means. And what is the cost of cultivation except fertilizer cost? How much per plant we can invest? Say for example 100 rupees you are investing except fertilizer cost per plant. So what is the cost of your produce at the time of selling? Let us say per kg, in let us say some 15 or 20 rupees or 15 rupees per kg your fruit or that banana you are selling at a marketplace. So you'll be working out this economics and everything. Net profit also it will be worked out. So by iterating this method uh, to affordable extent, we can increase our target or reduce the target, or the selling price also, the time of the selling price, everything we can make, and we can come to an conclusion that this much profit will get definitely. So based on that, based on the initial soil test value only, it starts everything. So soil testing is very important. So that too, soil test based nutrient management is very important. So nowadays, what people are doing, or the farmers are doing indiscriminately, they are applying urea, potash, super phosphate, whatever it is available in the fertilizer shop, and here what are the fertilizer shop owner recommends, they are just dumping it. But it should be scientifically we have to do. So we have done this by adopting some series of experiments for even for 20 years. We have done this type of work, and we have finally, this is test verified in different agroclimatic conditions, in different ASRP trials, and finally we fine tuned everything. Now we have brought like some user friendly package like this. Just a minute.
Have we finished?
Yeah, but just a minute, I will come. So so this is the ready reckoner also we have prepared actually. Out of no, some people, they may not be having that computer facility, or they may not be having the computer knowledge also. That user friendly ready reckoners also we have developed out of this. So this is the soil initial values, that report test, and this is the target what we have already. Because if you take the 84 tons you want to get per hectare, the your soil nitrogen, initial nitrogen content is, let us say 100, you have to apply this much of 222 grams of nitrogen per plant. Like that, phosphorus, 8 kg of phosphorus is there in your soil, and if you want to get some 84 tons of banana per hectare, you have to apply some 21 grams of phosphorus. Like that, potassium also. So this is the ready reckoner. So farmers, they can directly use this. They can go for fertilizer application based on this. So this is the general blanket recommendation. Fertigation studies also we have conducted, that the total duration of the plant is split into different 6 important critical stages. So based on the nutrient requirement, stage-wise nutrient requirement, worked out how much of urea, potash, and superphosphate is highly insoluble, and directly we can apply to the soil itself. We need not split. Along with irrigation, fertigation, we can do. So this is the water quantity, how much per day per plant it is given. So we can combine together. We can give fertigation based on for this Naine with the population of 1,200 per acre or 3,000 plants per hectare. So apart from that, we have conducted some organic trials, organic fertilizer trials also used, and we have used farmyard manure, neem cake, vermicompost, wood ash, because of our potassium for organic source, wood ash only the best source, because that much of potassium nowhere it is available in different organic manures. So like that, poultry manure, then groundnut cake, rural compost, press mud. Press mud is mostly in our place where the sugarcane cultivation is the major one, and that sugar factory will get the press mud. That also we can use it as a source of potassium, or even the phosphorus. It is rich in phosphorus, potassium, phosphorus source for banana cultivation. So by using this type of, we arrived at by different combinations. We got that schedule of for banana suitability by NPK. We got this much, and we have tried with this. We have got this much of a comparison, but it is only organic only. It's not inorganic trial. It is organically grown banana here at Naine. So this much of variation we got with all these combinations, because of the nutrient releasing pattern and uptake pattern should match. That type of studies also we have conducted some in correlation studies, and that particular M2 treatment, it has given very good correlation, and we got good result in that. So this is the final thing, and this is the recommendation. After that, not only the soil test values, based on the leaf test values also we can go for nutrient management. Like some Liebig concept we have adopted here, that a DRIS concept, that is a diagnosis recommendation integrated system also we have adopted. This also some calculator we have taken, and after getting the leaf values NPK, which is the limiting factor, we can identify along with this. So this type of approaches also we can adopt. Not only doing soil test, we can do some leaf test also, because being a banana being a long duration crop, then and there we have to correct the deficiencies or toxicities. Everything we have to correct, and whether that growth is going in right direction, that we have to monitor. Interim correction we can make with this type of test. So apart from that, for getting very good quality bunch, we have to give potassium sulfate 2% bunch spray after removal of the male bud. So this always we have to do with 15 days interval, 2 times we have to give. Even after all this fertilizer application, foliar spray of a micronutrient, after the bunch emergence, after removal of the male bud, we have to give the foliar spray of 2% potassium sulfate. Somewhere it is confused with potassium nitrate also. It is not advisable. It is potassium sulfate only has to be given, and that is giving very good result, and that appearance, it will be peeling to get to fetch a very good price in market. Okay, that's all I wanted to tell. This is my presentation. Thank you very much. So if any doubt or anything is there, we can discuss now.
Doctor,
please.
If you can see that question and answer session is on the top.
Yeah.
Can you open it?
Yeah, I found it. Mineral deficiency symptoms and symptoms caused by various diseases and similar. How can you identify the cause? So this is based on the symptoms only. If this is the symptom, this is the root cause of that particular symptom. But everything I have clearly shown in my slides. So if it is recorded, you can use it. Otherwise, I can send to you. That can be used for giving to the farmers, or even for recommendations. Everything you can do. Apart from that, any doubt is there? Any question? Hello.
Shruti? Hello.
Hello.
Yeah. We are requesting attendees to ask questions.
Hello.
This another one question it is raised actually, that where I can get the fertilizer calculator. It is very well available in our website, National Research Center for Banana, NRCB website. It is available. Even we have developed some Android apps also. It is available.
So Sure, sir. We move to the next question, please.
Any other question?
Just see any attendee want to ask direct questions.
Sir, we've asked, but everybody has typed their questions here. So I think sir has answered the questions.
Only 2 questions were there and answered.
That means your presentation is the solution for all the questions.
Yeah, even then some of the
Yes,
questions
sir.
are not okay.
Sure. Sir, there is one more question, I think.
Yeah, what is the key challenges in banana growing? Key challenges in banana growing is the climatic factor only. So because unexpected wind blow or sometimes unexpected drought, everything will happen. So for that we have to be ready to face all these challenges because we have to be ready to because of banana incurs heavy investment. If the first 6 months, 7 months, it's a normal only. Immediately after 7th month, some problem with drip irrigation or water availability or shortage of water is there. Definitely yield will be reduced because that particular 7th month is that primordial initiation stage where the slowly that the bunch development stage is there. That 6th, 7th month. So at that time, any problem is there, the critical growth period, the total life cycle of the plant will be affected. The banana yield will be reduced. So this is the major challenge that we should be ready to face that, and we should have some strategies to overcome that also. That is there.
Sure. So we have one question. Mr. Yashwant has raised his hand.
Okay.
So I would request Mr. Yashwant, we've unmuted you, so you can talk now. You can please ask your question. आप अपना question पूछ सकते हैं, यशवंत जी.
Question number 2.
Hello. Can you hear, sir? Can you hear my question?
Yes, it's audible.
Hello. Sir, whether there has been any study conducted at NRCB about making of chips from G9 variety of banana, which is a very prevailing variety and now increasing area in Western Maharashtra.
Yeah, that is for you're asking for chips making. Hello.
Chips making from G9.
Yeah, it is possible. We have conducted for all the varieties, and particularly this Naine, it is preferable in Kerala people. But in case of G9, we can make chips out of it. Actually, it is very good, and that keeping quality is also good, and that crispness and everything it is good. But people preference we have to see wherever you want to do some marketing or promote your product. But that is a good idea also.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Another question, can you please share this presentation in any format? Yes, just I will give this slide and everything to the organizers. They will give it to you. Or if it is had been recorded, it will be good.
Sir, it is recorded. It is available in Facebook as well as YouTube.
YouTube also, if it is, then it is okay. It is that.
So no need of sharing.
Okay. Then another question is the last time I used potassium sulfate, but due to that scorching or black spots was found. Which is the correct procedure? Because one thing you have to keep in mind that you are spraying that any potassium sulfate, any spray on bunch, you should be very careful when compared to foliar spray, because that bunch is the only saleable portion. If anything goes wrong, you'll be losing everything there. So that concentration, that 2% you should not exceed. That is 2% means 20 gram per plant. That potassium sulfate should be there. If it is exceeding, that means definitely scorching or dots or black patches will be happening in that bunch over that. So it'll be that the price will be lost. So another thing, some proper sticking agent you have to follow. You have to adapt with the spray solution. What is that sticking agent like Sandovit or Apsa 80 or something you can use. That is the best one. Along with that, only you have to spray on the bunch. What happens that the leaf, that what is the spray droplets will not be here and there. It will not accumulate together, and the scorching will be avoided with along with the spray adjuvants if you are using it. So that's why while spraying on the bunch, one should be very careful. That concentration, everything, personal risk should be taken. We should not bother. We should not depend on the laborers for using that one. But personally, we have to go there and we have to check that concentration of the spray solution. So that is the thing we have to adopt. Any more questions?
No, sir. I think we are done with the questions. I would request all the attendees, if still you have any questions, you can please click on raise your hand option and you can ask questions directly. We have just last few minutes for the questions. So if you have any, raise your hand or type your questions in Q&A. So I think, sir, we are done with the questions. Everybody, whosoever has had any questions, have asked it.
Yeah.
So I think the presentation was a detailed presentation. So most of the queries have already been answered.
Okay.
So thank you so much, sir. I would request Mr. Sanjay and
No, Niranjan will hold up. Thanks.
Yes. So, Niranjan ji, if you can please.
Okay, is it, Shruti, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear.
We can hear you. Yes.
Okay, Namaskar. I would like to thank Dr. Jai Bhaskaran for giving such a detailed presentation. And we are glad that we have recorded and this is being made available to farmers on Facebook and YouTube in future also. But we would like to come back to Doctor and his institution for more guidance in future. So we'll be in touch with you and take advantage of your knowledge and experience. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Thank you, sir. So we would just like to thank all of you on the behalf of Kisan Samvad team for this wonderful session. And those of you who've been joining our, who have joined our session through Facebook or YouTube, we request you to please download Kisan.net app, because the app will enable you to get all the events, all the details on a single same platform. So thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
Can we display the slides, please?
Yes, sir. But, right, we can do that. Just a minute. Sorry for the delay. There is some technical hitch. We'll just do that right away.